Hi everyone, welcome back to the channel. If you're new here, I'm Krista, and we talk all things personal finance to include saving, investing, and making your money work for you. If you haven't already, make sure to hit that subscribe button and ring the bell so you don't miss any of my new videos. Today we're diving into a topic that's been buzzing all over the internet and social media lately, the FIRE movement, or financial independence retire early. You've probably seen stories of people retiring in their 30s and living their best lives. No 9 to 5 grind, no stress about bills. But can you really retire in your 30s? Is it realistic or is it just a pipe dream for most of us? Let's break it down and see if early retirement could be a possibility for you. Okay, let's start with the basics. FIRE stands for Financial Independence Retire Early. The idea is to save and invest aggressively so that you can achieve financial independence, meaning you have enough money invested to cover your living expenses without needing a traditional job. This allows you to retire much earlier than the typical 65-year retirement age. There are a few core principles that FIRE followers swear by. Number one, a high savings rate. The key to FIRE is saving a large portion of your income, anywhere from 50 to 75%. The more you save, the faster you'll reach your goal. Number two, invest in for growth. FIRE advocates recommend putting your savings into high return assets like stocks or index funds to grow your wealth over time. And number three, live in frugally. Reducing your lifestyle costs is essential. This means cutting back on non essential expenses and finding ways to live a more minimalist life. But here's the catch, the path to FIRE is no walk in the park. It requires a lot of discipline, hard work, and sacrifices. For example, if you're living off of 25% of your income, you'll need to save and invest at a much higher rate to achieve your goal. So, can you actually retire in your 30s? Let's dig into that. Now, let's address the big question, can you really retire in your 30s? The answer is it depends, and here's why. Number one, income and savings rate. If you're able to earn a high income early in your career and then save a significant portion of it, then yes, retiring in your 30s is completely possible. But for most people, achieving this would mean living on a strict budget, minimizing unnecessary expenses, and making strategic financial decisions. For instance, someone with an annual income of 100,000, saving 50% of it, could amass enough in savings and investments by the time they're in their early 30s to retire early. But not everyone has the luxury of a high-paying job. Number two, cost of living. If you're living in a high-cost city, this can be a significant barrier. A FIRE lifestyle may be more achievable if you move to a lower cost area or even relocate abroad where your money stretches further. And number three, time horizon. If you start your FIRE journey early, say in your 20s, you have the advantage of time. With compound interest working in your favor, you can accumulate wealth faster than if you wait until later in life. But here's the hard truth, retiring in your 30s isn't realistic for everyone. If you have student loans, a mortgage, or other significant expenses, it might take longer to reach that FIRE milestone. Now, let's look at some of the pros and cons of the FIRE movement. Let's talk about the pros and cons of FIRE so you can get a better idea of whether it's right for you or not. The pros include flexibility and freedom. The biggest benefit of FIRE is the ability to retire early and have the freedom to do what you love without the stress of a 9 to 5 job. You get to choose how you spend your time, whether it's traveling, pursuing hobbies, or starting a business. The second thing is financial independence. Achievement FIRE means you no longer depend on the paycheck. That's huge, right? You get financial security and peace of mind knowing that you can live comfortably without worrying about money. And finally, peace of mind. With the right savings, you're set up for the long haul. If something unexpected happens, like a job loss or a market downturn, you're less likely to feel the financial stress. But here are some cons. Number one, extreme sacrifices. To achieve FIRE, you'll likely need to make some tough sacrifices. Living on a strict budget, avoiding unnecessary spending, and cutting back on things like eating out, vacations, and entertainment can be tough for many people. Number two, delayed gratification. FIRE requires long term thinking, which isn't always easy, especially in a world full of instant gratification. But the trade off is worth it if you're committed to the goal. And finally, market risk. Achieving FIRE requires a high level of investing, and with investing comes risk. The stock market can be volatile, and you need to be prepared for fluctuations. If you're withdrawing from your investment accounts too early, market crashes can set you back. So, how do you actually get started if you want to pursue FIRE? Here is a step by step guide. Number one, track your spending. The first thing you need to do is understand where your money is going. Track your expenses for a list a month to see where you can cut back. Number two, set a savings goal. The key to FIRE is saving a large percentage of your income. Aim for 50% or more, but start with what's realistic for you. Adjust your goal as you go along. Number three, invest your savings. Once you're saving, you need to invest that money wisely. Index funds, low cost ETFs, and diversified portfolios are common strategies for FIRE enthusiasts. Number four, lower your living costs. Be prepared to live below your means. Moving to a cheaper area, downsizing your lifestyle, or eliminating unnecessary subscriptions can free up more money to invest. And number five, keep learning. FIRE isn't just about saving, it's about being smart with your money. Continue educating yourself on investing, financial planning, and side income opportunities to accelerate your journey. So, can you retire in your 30s? It's possible, but not easy. If you're starting early, earning a decent income, and making significant sacrifices, FIRE could be within reach. But it's not for everyone, and it requires dedication and discipline. So, what do you think? Would you ever consider retiring early through FIRE? Drop your thoughts in the comments below. And once again, if you found this video helpful, don't forget to hit the like button, share with your friends, and subscribe for more videos on personal finance, investing, and everything in between. Thanks for watching, and I'll see you in the next one.